Good morning. Are you ready? Okay, all right. Good morning and welcome. Today is May the 1st, 2021, and we are at number 1 Stam Lane. This is our Friends of Wheeling virtual tour today. While I'm standing this far away from you, I'm going to take my mask off so that the sound is a little bit better. Joanne Sullivan is behind the camera, and we are live streaming this on the Friends of Wheeling Facebook page, and it will be posted there if you have friends or relatives who would like to see it as well. My name is Jean Finstein. I'm currently the president of Friends of Wheeling. If you're interested in joining and you're not a member, you may pick up a membership card in the kitchen, and dues are a whopping $10 a year. So, the history of this house, and if you could let that straggler person in.
We got a door for you here. There you go.
Okay, we're just starting the history just right now, so you're right on time. So this property stands on the location of the former Stam Inn, hence the name of the road. The Stam Inn even preceded the National Road, which came through Wheeling from Cumberland, Maryland and the east and arrived in Wheeling by 1818. So there was already an inn here. It was run, as I said, by the Stam. William Stamm Sr. and William Stamm Jr. was the primary operator of this inn. They were both German immigrants. The inn was very popular with travelers who were coming across the mountains and headed for Wheeling and the way west. As I said, the road reached Wheeling in 1818, and the road was very popular for quite a number of years after that. So there would be dozens of wagons, horse or oxen-pulled wagons passing by every day. They also had an area for livestock that could be housed here on a temporary basis. Even turkeys would go through. So it was very popular. The old inn housed, among other people, General Lafayette when he visited Wheeling. I believe that was 1825. You can check me on that. And also the former president Van Buren after his term in office. So there were some famous people who stayed in the inn. Now, as I said, the Stam family were German immigrants. They arrived in the mid-1830s, around the same time that another famous resident of Wheeling arrived, and that was Johann Ludwig Stifel, also a German immigrant. So you're familiar with that name, I am sure. The Stamms had 5 children, only one of whom married, and it was their daughter Elizabeth. The Stifel family also had several children, one of whom was Louis, and Louis Stifel married Elizabeth Stamm. And so we have the connection to those two families that way. The inn was used during World War I to house soldiers who were on their way to being sent abroad for battle. And at that time, it is said that in the basement, which was dirt floor at the time, the family buried their good china so it wouldn't be damaged by the soldiers. And Judy Hendrickson has a piece that was buried in the basement.
This was given to me by Mrs. G., who is the daughter of Elizabeth and Louis Stifel. And she gave that to me, and it was found in the basement. It's about, I think she said 1868. And it's English china. I'm surprised it lasted so long.
That it survived. Now, Uncle Billy, as he was called, William Stamm Jr., actually died before World War I. He died in 1913. And then Marie Stifel, who was one of the children of Elizabeth Stamm and Louis Stifel, had married a dentist by the name of Oscar Berdatz. And when the property was divided up among the grandchildren, Marie and her husband Oscar Berdatz got this section and the old inn. Now, at around 1925 was when that happened, when the property was divided up. And in fact, the deeds show December of 1925 as when Oscar and Marie actually took possession, ownership of the old inn. They determined that it was too far gone. It couldn't support modern amenities, and so it was torn down. And this home was built probably in 1926. It is an Italian Renaissance design. And after the Berdatz owned it, the next owners were Charles Berdat Hart and his wife, Emily Jewel Stifel Hart. Now, Emily was the daughter of Edward Stifel. It's hard to keep all these straight. Edward Stifel was the Stifel who built what's now known as the Stifel Fine Arts Center. And he was a brother of Marie. They had lived next door at 1720 National Road. And let's see, what else do I need to tell you? The Harts lived here from 1954 until their deaths. And then, after that, the Harts lived here until Mrs. Hart died in 1994. And that is when the current owners purchased the property, 1995, I believe. Ben and Lynn Exley are the current owners. They had to do quite a bit to the house, and Lynn took us through earlier as a pre-tour and described some of the improvements that they made. Among them were completely remodeling the kitchen. It had been divided into 3 separate rooms. They opened that up, so there's a modern kitchen. Make sure you look at the beautiful custom-made cabinets that are in there, pecan cabinets. They also took out the old boiler heating system and put in central heat and air. There are actually 2 furnaces in the house, one on the second floor, one in the basement, because it's such a large house. And of course, they did a lot of other updates in bathrooms and things like that. The Exleys then were the first owners who were not part of the Stam Stifel descendants to own the house, which is kind of interesting. It's currently for sale. I think it's $649,000. I believe that's correct. Paul and Associates. There are flyers in the kitchen if you're interested in purchasing this home. So we will walk through. We're a pretty big group, so kind of stay socially distanced. We'll start over there in what could be an office room or a smaller room. We'll walk through the living room to that room, and then we'll backtrack, go through the dining room, and then into the kitchen, and then upstairs, and then downstairs.
Did you mention that there's a garage apartment that they can also go through?
Thank you. There is a garage apartment, and because we're probably going to be scattered after we start moving, you can go in it. It's a second floor garage apartment. It's a small apartment, but very nice for, the in-laws or the teenagers or whomever. We'll also not do a formal tour of the grounds, but please, before you leave, make sure you walk around. There's a little fountain back here. In that corner of the property is the original spring house from the Stam Inn. So make sure you peek in there. It's over in the corner.
They used to have a formal English garden outside, a very formal English garden. And also in the spring house, supposedly there was a lizard that lived in the spring house. And they believed, the families, that as long as the lizard lived there, they would have clean, clear water.
Okay. Just kind of like the ravens in London at the... Okay, so we'll go this way. This, of course, is the living room. Yes, this would be an office or a library. Wet bar. Yeah. All set, and a nice view. It'd be hard to work, hard to concentrate on your work, I think, when you had such a pretty view. All right, so we'll go back through the living room and to the dining room.
Hi, Judy. No, this would be the same one. This would be just the same. Just so you know. Well, I'm sure it is. They just redid it.
I'll keep moving, so just catch up as you can. This, of course, would be the dining room. Then we'll pass through a sunroom and we'll go into the kitchen.
Is the wallpaper original? Like the larger dining? Is it original? Is the wallpaper original to the house?
No, I don't believe so, but I can't guarantee that.
Okay.
This is nice.
Oh, a double oven. Oh, I love that. Oh, gosh.
Yes,
I don't have room for a double oven. I don't.
yes. Double oven, large refrigerator, a wine cabinet. In here, you'll notice the custom-made pecan cabinets, hand stenciling around the ceiling,
This is hand done.
and hand-done painting here. This is the room that was divided into three, and the Exleys are the ones who remodeled this to make a more functional kitchen. Through the kitchen here is a family room.
Oh, goodness. What's that for?
Above.
A bedroom, and we'll see it the easy way. We'll not go up.
Okay.
We won't use the spiral steps unless you're wanting
I'll
to.
take the easy way.
Okay. A family room. It's a family room. Okay.
A bigger house.
I know. That's right.
There's also a butler's pantry here, or of course this would have been back in the day.
Two-door restroom.
Yes, where the maid or cook would have done a lot of the prep work here. Make sure you notice the beautiful floor.
Oh, let's see. Wow.
All right, and now we'll move upstairs. We'll go to the lift. You can see that it can also go to the right. Here's the back entrance to the master bath.
Laundry.
This has an upstairs laundry, which would be really handy. There's also laundry facilities in the basement. And we probably wouldn't normally go through the bathroom to get to the master bedroom, but we just did that. There is a safe, and Lynn Exley tells me that it is functional, and they have the combination. It would be nice to have a walk-in closet like this, wouldn't it? And let's see, there should be a light switch. I don't see it. There it is.
Now we can see. Nice and big.
Okay.
It's a smaller bedroom here. And it has a shared bath with the one next door.
Jack and Jill, isn't what they call that?
A Jack and Jill bath, yes. And again, we'll take the back road and we'll walk through the bathroom to the next bedroom. This is a lovely room, and I can imagine a little girl in here. Now back out here in the hall, the main hall. This is where one of the furnaces is. So this is the upstairs furnace. And we'll go back down and then up again. And there's another doorway to the bedroom where we just were. Full bath. And then another bedroom here. This is above the family room. So this is the top of the spiral stairs that you saw from downstairs.
They can see the spring house.
Yes, you can sort of see the picket fence from there. That's on top of the spring house.
And the original wall.
And the original wall from when the inn was here. And down below is a little fountain. And beautiful grounds. Now, how about the basement?
I think this was Jenny's.
Was it? Yeah, it had to be.
Either way.
I know, I'm just staying out of the camera range.
Okay.
I just need to hang on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
We're going to the basement next if you're interested.
All right, we'll head down there next.
All right. We're headed to the basement if you're interested. So we'll go through the butler's pantry. It's all right, thank you.
Thank you.
And down into the basement. And there is a ton of storage here. There's a full bath.
Yeah.
And this would have been the canning room. And according to Lynn, this is original to the house when they purchased it.
These cupboards.
Lots of built-ins.
For grain.
A large storage room.
Christmas decorations, that's what I see. See, it's big. Oh, lots of light.
There's a furnace and a sump pump.
Yes, that's the second furnace. Another large storage room. A lot of room. And I love this. Here we have a cedar closet for storing out-of-season clothes. Another storage room here with the water heater. This has the extra storm windows, screens, and the large wreaths that go on the house at Christmas time.
He said the hooks were still there to hang them.
Yes.
And the paint.
So if you need to touch up anything.
Oh, wait a minute. We found this to be upside down door.
And then the downstairs laundry room. And Lynn said these cabinets were in the kitchen, the original kitchen, when they purchased it, and they just repurposed them for the laundry room. Access to the backyard. And I think we've seen just about everything, Joanne. What do you think?
I think we've seen it all.
Okay, maybe you could do a quick turn around the yard.
I'll walk through it.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay, all right. So thanks for joining us today, and we hope
We'll go
to
to
see
the
you.
outside and then we'll sign off. I'll exit this door.
Oh, we haven't seen the garage apartment yet. Let's do that first. Oh, and Joanne, wait, before you leave, let's look at this little thing.
Call the buzzer.
Yes, they found this in the house. This would have been in the dining room under the floor. So you could call the maid. Lynn says she keeps pushing it, but no maid comes. No.
Which way is the garage apartment?
We're going there now.
All right, we'll follow.
And watch, this door tends to slam.
Driveway that goes from National Road to Stam Inn.
Plenty of parking. This is the very large garage.
We'll go this way.
And Lynn tells me that this mantle was in the original Stam Inn. So we have a small kitchen, a dining area, dining living area. She said this was also with the house when they bought it.
There's a
In the
original-
bedroom?
Another fireplace back here that's original. From the Stam Lane.
Stam Inn, And then a nice big bathroom.
could live here.
Yes, yes.
That'd be good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness. I could definitely live here.
All right. I'll go with you.
Okay.
Let's see if that lizard is in the spring house.
Listen to the birds. I think this is where the English garden was. Somewhere in here.
Probably, yes. And here's the fountain.
Oh, yeah, and it's the water's running.
So this spring house, as we said, was original to the Stam Inn. Whoop. Hole.
I think there's water down there. It's hard to see.
I imagine this stays pretty cool all summer long. You can see that the ceiling has been reinforced
In the ceiling.
since the day of the inn.
Well, here's the outside of the house. Beautiful.
Yes, the style is Italian Renaissance. This is the main entrance.
Oh, that was a Stifel house over there.
Yes, I believe that was,
This was a Stifel house.
yes. It was a large family. Interesting story on Louis Stifel, who was the husband of Elizabeth Stamm. Elizabeth Stamm died very tragically in a carriage accident on North Main Street when the children were quite young. Then her husband Louis later kept in touch with the Stam family, and one winter he rode the trolley out for a birthday celebration here at the inn. According to the newspaper reports, he was engrossed in a conversation with someone and didn't alight from the trolley until it began to move. This was December. There was ice on the ground. He slipped and fell partially under the trolley, and his arm was run over by the trolley wheels. So they brought him into the Stam Inn. They had 5 doctors who came. They amputated his arm and thought that that would be sufficient, but he ended up dying perhaps of the shock. I'm not sure. So a very tragic end to both of the parents. And we're back around to the back, and I believe that will be the end. So thank you for joining us today, and feel free to share this video with any friends and let them know that we have quite a lovely property here in Wheeling that's available for sale.